And in this video, we're going to be taking a closer look at the crime scene in general and what that can potentially tell us, and also the iPhone 5C, the phone which was not recovered by police during the initial search of the Kline residence. So firstly, let's start with a very short clip from the Murder Sheet podcast with the half-brother of Kegan Kline. During this clip, he is discussing Tony Kline and Kegan Kline's potential knowledge of the Delphi area.
I mean, we grew up right near Delphi. We grew up in Cass County, and so we've all been familiar with that area. I mean, we fish around there quite often. We did when we were kids, anyway. Well, he was much younger, but when I was in my high school years, we'd fish back around Burlington in the Delphi area and Wildcat Creek. And
it's often surmised in this case that the killer or killers of these two poor girls had a great deal of knowledge regarding the surrounding area, that this was very well pre-planned, luring them off the end of the bridge, down the hill, across the creek into a secluded, wooded area. So does this tie in with this part of the Murder Sheet podcast here, with the half-brother of Kegan Kline saying that they used to go fishing quite a lot when they were younger, in their younger years? Doesn't actually talk about this particular creek, but certainly areas in Delphi where they used to go fishing quite regularly. Now, when I think about the fishing angle for one moment, pardon the pun, one of the things that comes to my mind immediately is that if they have a great deal of knowledge about this area, they'd fished there in the past potentially, then they're going to be right on the embankment edge. They're going to be familiar with that area. They're going to know where each part of that embankment leads to. So could it be that this is actually quite well planned in terms of they've crossed the creek at a certain point, knowing exactly where that leads, knowing that there's an exit point, an entry point. They know roughly how deep this water's going to be. They know what the surrounding area's like. It's not so much that they're dragging these girls into the woods as such, into some random area, but because they're used to that creek, they're used to the actual embankment line, they know exactly where each part of the embankment leads to. During the next part of this video, we're going to focus on Kegan Kline's iPhone 5C. This phone was not recovered during the initial search of the Kline residence, but was handed into police some 2 days later. Firstly, let's give you an overview of this iPhone 5C, and then I'll share my thoughts with you afterwards. Apple iPhone 5C. This phone was named Kegan's phone and was the phone he turned into the Indiana State Police. The phone was last utilised on approximately February the 27th, 2017. Kegan would have been 22 years old at this time. This device was secured with a PIN code. There were numerous usernames and email addresses located on this device. The user of this device used Facebook, Instagram, MeetMe, Snapchat and Twitter to communicate or chat. Much of this data from these applications was deleted from the device. The examination found multiple still images saved to the device that depicted females posing nude, partially nude and or clothed. The ages of the females were indeterminate. On approximately February the 27th, 2017 at 9:48 am, the user cleared or deleted the Safari browser history and website data from this device. During the examination, some information was recovered. While looking over the digital forensics examination report, I noticed the user of the Apple iPhone 5C deleted multiple items off the phone before returning it to law enforcement. On February the 25th, 2017, the search warrant was served on Kline's residence and Kegan was interviewed and polygraphed. On February the 27th, 2017, Kegan called the Indiana State Police to turn in the Apple iPhone 5C. On February the 25th, 2017, at approximately 7:30 p.m, Kegan's polygraph was concluded and he was transported back to his residence. The digital forensics examination report shows at approximately 9:19 p.m, the user of the iPhone 5C started to uninstall and delete apps from the phone. At approximately 9:19 p.m, the user uninstalled and deleted Snapchat. At approximately 10:14 p.m, the user uninstalled and deleted Instagram from the phone. On February the 26th, 2017, at approximately 1:12 p.m, the user uninstalled and deleted Meet Me from the phone. The user put Snapchat back on the device on February the 27th at approximately 1:28 p.m. The user again uninstalled and deleted it from the phone. Kegan admitted to using these applications to chat with underage girls. The evidence contained in these applications were destroyed when the user deleted them from the device before turning it in to law enforcement. So just to clarify what's taking place here, law enforcement have served a search warrant on the Kline residence. They've taken away quite a few of Kegan Kline's handsets, but not the iPhone 5C, which had some of the most damning evidence on it. Now, what is taking place is quite interesting. He's gone to the police station, he's had a polygraph test regarding the phones that they have seized. He then goes back to his residence, gets the iPhone 5C and starts deleting apps from that device. Now, what I find quite interesting here is Kegan Kline's behaviour after he returns home from the polygraph test. They've seized the vast majority of his phones. He's got the iPhone 5C hidden somewhere potentially, or not in the house when the police turned up. So what is he going to do with this iPhone 5C? Well, obviously he could destroy the phone, he could hand it in as it is, or he could try and remove the evidence and then hand it in. Hence, acting innocent, I guess, and hoping that they won't realise that he's deleted some of these applications. Now, interestingly, it's almost like he doesn't know what to do. Looking at the timeline here, let's just go through this quickly. February the 25th, so this is once he's returned from the police station, he's had the polygraph test and they've returned him to his residence. He gets home, he finds the phone, and on February the 25th at 9:19, he begins deleting apps from that phone. Snapchat is deleted at 9:19 p.m, 10:14 p.m, he deletes Instagram. The following day, February the 26th at 1:12 p.m, he deletes the app Meet Me. The day after, February the 27th at 1:28 p.m, he puts Snapchat back on the phone and then deletes it. Now, by all accounts, this is common practice. If you're trying to hide your tracks, if you wish to delete the data which is stored inside the application itself, you need to delete the app, reinstall it, and then delete it again. But this hasn't been done. It's not like he's just rushed home from this polygraph test and thought, Christ, what am I going to do about this stuff on the phone? I know exactly what to do. Delete it, reinstall it, delete it again. Let's move on to the next app, delete that. It's really bizarre. It's almost like he's got home, he's deleted a couple of apps, and then, what's happened at this point? Has he researched what to do? Has he, sat and thought about, okay, how am I going to get rid of these apps? I need to make sure this data is gone before I hand this phone over to the police. Has he gone to a friend? Has he gone to someone who is involved in this somewhere? Told them about what is taking place? He's still got the phone, asking for advice. What do I do? Is he speaking to his father about this? It's really, really weird. I find it really strange that this hasn't all been done the moment he gets back from the police station. It's almost like he's either clueless, he's got no idea what to do, he's either then, researched what to do online and done it himself, or he sought advice from someone who is also, I guess, involved in this indecent material and asked them how best to proceed. It'd be quite interesting, actually, to see exactly where Kegan Kline was during the time that he was deleting and reinstalling these apps. Do the police know where he was? What Wi-Fi connection he was connected to when he was doing this? Was he on his home Wi-Fi? Did he travel to a friend's house? Was he seeking guidance on what he should do exactly? It's quite strange because there doesn't appear to be any rush, no, massive necessity, or he simply has no idea what to do. He knows he's up against a wall here, but he doesn't know how to proceed. Did he speak to someone who was potentially helping him cover his tracks in some way? Did they do some research on how to delete the information and the data from that phone? Did he come home and research this himself? What I find quite strange, and I think what I'm trying to get at here, is the fact this hasn't been done as soon as he's got home. There doesn't seem to be a clear plan here from Kegan Kline in terms of hiding his tracks. Another interesting angle to consider when looking into this case is the actual search of Kegan Kline's property itself. Now, I know in this country, in the UK, because I've got friends in the data recovery service who deal with these types of investigations, that in this country, if a warrant or a search warrant is executed, then no stone is left unturned in terms of emptying a house in order to find devices capable of storing media. Lofts are checked, attics are checked, every drawer is emptied, everything is taken and categorized, and anything which can store media such as cameras, USB sticks, phones, laptops, whatever it is taken away for analysis. So I'm really struggling here on how they missed this iPhone 5. Did Kegan Kline know this raid was coming? I think that's highly unlikely because they recovered the rest of the phones and they had, incriminating evidence on them. So I'd say that's probably, out the window. But how did they miss this iPhone 5C? How the hell did they miss this device? Now, according to Kegan Kline, he got home from the police station after having the polygraph test and he found the phone, I think he said first of all on top of a microwave and then he said on top of a kitchen counter. But we know that's a load of rubbish. It's a complete load of rubbish. The police searched these premises with a fine-tooth comb. So where the hell was this iPhone 5? Did Tony Kline pocket it when the officers weren't looking? Did he hide it somewhere? Was the phone never at the premises on the day of the search? Was there someone else using that phone? Not Tony Kline, not Kegan Kline, but was that phone actually elsewhere? Are the police also aware of this? I do find it strange, though, that he's handed this phone in. Why would he not just destroy it? To me, I'm getting the feeling here, and I have to be honest, I'm getting the feeling that Tony Kline is pulling the strings behind the scenes here, that he's saying to Kegan, look, hand this phone in. The other phones, they've already got you for the other stuff. Just hand in this phone. It's all you can do. Just delete the apps, hand in the phone, put your hands up, and, be done with it. That's all you can do. The reason I say that really is because for the life of me, I can't really understand why he's handed this phone in. Even if he believes that he's deleted the apps, he's deleted the data, why would you hand the phone in? Just say you sold it. Just say you lost it. It broke. I don't understand why he's handed the phone in at all. I think someone's talked him into this. I think someone's talked him into handing it in. I think that he's hid the phone, or Tony Kline's hid the phone, or the phone was elsewhere and someone else was involved, a third party potentially, and they've convinced him and said, look, all you got to do is just delete the apps, reinstall the app, then just hand the phone in, it'll be fine. He hasn't realised that they're going to recover this stuff. It's either that, or we're going along the same lines as I said in a previous video, where he's trying to portray this sense of innocence. I've done a DNA test, I've done a follicle test, I've done a polygraph. Why would I do that if I was lying? If I had something to hide, why would I do that? Why would I speak on, national TV from a prison when you could just match my voice up to the bridge guy? I don't know where he's coming from here, really. I think he's just trying. He's trying to act natural. This is what I'm getting from him. He's trying to act natural. He's trying to downplay everything, I committed these offences when I was underage. I've got nothing to hide. I've done a polygraph test, done a DNA test. I used a phone. I speak to girls who are underage, but they're, 16, 17, it's not that bad. He's always downplaying the severity of his crimes, as I said in a previous video, and also trying to portray innocence by trying or giving the illusion of being helpful, handing in the phones. Oh, by the way, here's my iPhone 5. Does he not realise they're going to recover what was deleted, or they may recover that, they may recover this data, they may find out that he was speaking to underage girls, he was speaking to Liberty German, one of the deceased. Very, very strange. Anyway, do leave your own thoughts and theories in the comment section below, especially regarding the crime scene. Do you believe this was a well thought out, well planned crime? And also the recovery of the iPhone 5C and other individuals who may be connected to that phone. Do leave your own thoughts and theories, as I say, in the comment section below. Many thanks for joining me for this video. I look forward to seeing you all again for the next one. Take care. Cheers.